Hey guys, Dragonstar here again, and this time I'm gonna continue on with my guide to 2K. Last time I left it on 1700, and this time we are gonna continue playing with mana terms until I'm 1900. So 200 elo to go for this one, and I'm gonna be using the exact build order I'm using to at 2500 elo when I do wanna go for mana terms. And for the civilization pick, I played Portuguese last time, and for just for demonstration purposes, you can technically go for any of the strong civilizations which have good mana terms. Lots of people enjoy playing Japanese, Ethiopians for their economy, Britons for their range, Aztec because you have range and all of the other stuff. Portuguese I just played because they have access to bombard cannon and are very flexible in their economy. Something that also comes to mind is something like Malians have a very flexible tech tree. They do struggle a little bit in Imperial Age because they don't have access to bracer for their arbalest, so that does keep them a little bit vulnerable. So going with that theme, picking one civilization that you're very familiar with and climbing up with that would be the showcase for this one. And some of the civilizations which are introduced in the new patch, something like Tupi, something like the Mapuche, and all of the new civilizations have introduced champi rushing, which I heard was going to get nerfed pretty soon. So that's not something you have to be dealing with, but I'm going to play it before the nerf hits so I can even showcase you how to deal with that using this as an opportunity to showcase how to shut it down. A couple of things you have to always keep in mind when dealing with it is that it is happening to you in the first place, and score watching can give it away. But coming back to my original plan, I would want to have a strong economy civilization just to climb, and knowing what most of the units and what most of the civilization's army composition will look like would be my game plan. I played Portuguese last time, used cannons a little bit, arbalest plus light cav. This time I'm gonna go on the other side of that coin. I'm gonna stick with the Vikings, and I'm gonna show a different method of playing the Manatam opener, where I was going for three town centers and macroing very normally. With Vikings, you have to use their wheelbarrow and handcart with very good efficiency to get a big advantage. I'm going to be using the 20% extra hit point advantage with the mana terms to be a little bit of a nuisance to my enemy, and then use free wheelbarrow and free handcart to get to Imperial as quickly as I can and kill him with Arbalest. Of course, all the other things which I previously mentioned about making skirmishes, switching to knights, all still apply at this stage of the game. So let's play Vikings. And in terms of civilizations to ban, hopefully nobody is playing water. I will continue dodging the other maps. The guide for playing the other maps will be available soon. I did post the islands guide with Vikings, so going with that theme, I'm gonna continue playing Vikings because I think they're probably one of the best civilizations in the current patch with all the water buffs they have received with new water balance. Let's see whenever we find our game. Islands it is. As much as I would like to showcase the build order demonstration live on the channel, I'm going to dodge this one. I'll make a pause and then probably continue on with the recording once I have the game. Okay, we're back. I banned the water maps, so we were able to get Arabia. If I get one of the new American serves, I can also put it as a demonstration on dealing with it, but we got Magyars. They most of the time want to play scouts.
Ho, húsasmíter.
Start scouting with my sheeps.
Win, gagnismacher. Butter, gagnismacher. Win.
This is a chicken map. So we will go up at 20 pop this time rather than 21. Just one population faster than what we were doing last time.
Gagnismacher.
Makes our eco very stretched, but as long as you're able to follow along with the build order, you should not have any issues affording your units and stuff. Now we go scout our opponent. Found all my sheeps. There are no deers on the map anymore with the new patch, so finding them is not really a thing. 3 on word. Next villager goes to the boar.
Gagnismacher. Gagnismacher.
Looks like I found my opponent. Chickens spawn near your opponent's base. There might be neutral ones, so I have to still watch out for that. But it looks like I found my opponent. See his lumber camp.
Ho.
I'll start kinda making a wall. Go for a scouting around his base. Looks like he's trying to go for chickens. So that's one of the areas which is out exposed in the front that I can hit.
Win, altilagi. Ho, village.
Make the barracks when I can afford it. And as soon as I have 11 on 10 on my boar, I'll start taking the sheeps. And go up on 20 population.
Butter.
This villager can go to gold after it's done building the house. That way I don't need to really send one of the villagers from the town center. I can just use after I click up to the next stage. My boar is out. So I'll position the villagers to eat sheep. Keep scouting him. I'm up to the next stage. Start making militia. And I'll take a little bit of straggler so that I can send 4 villages to the chickens.
Timber
Make a mill. wait for 3 militia before I move out. And then I want 5 to 6 villages on berries. We are gonna delay our archery range for a little bit. He's running away right now with the villagers. He's abandoning his chickens, which is nice for me. I want to garrison a little bit of my food that the villagers are carrying so that I can afford the mana tom upgrade. Make 2 farms. I have 6 on the berries. And now we can think about adding more villages to wood. Go towards his wood line since he abandoned his. Chickens. And then I'll look to add. Looks like I won't be able to find any place to do damage. The archery range. I'll also keep an eye out to see what he's making. He's going for skirmishers, which is fine. Trying to run away. So in this scenario, I have 2 options. Either I make skirmishers of my own, or I go for fast castle. If I can buy enough time with the mana towns, I'll go for fast castle. I'll get the wood upgrade. I'll try to pick off that villager. That's not happening. I'm just waiting for my upclick. Make lots of farms. I'm like making his skirmishes just chase me around. The more I can make him waste time on this, the better. I don't really have to make a single archer to pressure him because they will die to the skirmishers. So just making him chase me around, making him multitask while seeding a lot of farms is all I want to do so that I can go to the next stage. Looks like he wants to completely wall again. And we are just wasting his time. These villages can go back to gold. Like if he was not threatening us with scouts, we don't have to make army. Until we really need to. And I can just get some blocks off so that I can kill one of the villagers. I was just looking for an opportunity to kill a villager, and having free wheelbarrow with Vikings is just an amazing economy bonus. I can click up to the next stage. I just need the second building. Looks like he wants to fight me. So I'll accept that and try to go for a villager kill. The scout can run away. And I'm up to the next stage. All I did was run around in his base.
Húsasmítar.
Did a second lumber camp up. Farm upgrade. And instead of like the archery range is just for safety if he was playing any other unit. Now we can basically switch to knights and play the kind of the same game plan. Like he wants to get the cavalry archer, and I'll just make a couple of knights.
Húsasmítar.
Like I'm basically skipping one of the steps, which is going for archers, so that I can go up to the next stage really quickly. I can put this guy on auto scout because it's like basically dead. I managed to kill 2 villagers with all the damage. Like you don't really have to get the damage with the man-at-arms immediately if your opponent is playing that passive with skirmishes, something like that. I can drop a TC. I can get armor for my knights. Fight his army. Get the wood upgrade as well. Because of how passive his opening is, my reaction to it is just being greedy and going up to the next stage. I can make knights. Can even think about adding a 3rd town center immediately to pull my economy lead much further ahead. Like he's fully walled. I'll try to click inside. He has no upgrades on his range units, but now he has fletching, which means he wants to play cavalry archers.
Make 3 houses.
Still buying time with my units. And I can use the knight to clean his skirmishers.
Húsasmítar.
Make lots of farms. I was not even looking at that, I was just macroing. Start walling myself kinda. The only area that is going to be exposed is this. So he's going for cavalry archers. I can play skirmishers now and go up to the Imperial Edge. I've basically lost no units so far, and I've been able to get a very big economy lead over my opponent. Our plan for going into man-at-arms into archer has been disrupted a little bit since our opponent opened skirmishers. If our opponent opened skirmishers a little bit more aggressively, instead of going for fast castle, we can go for, what do you call it? Basically just walling myself, and the only area that is exposed is this one. And I'm gonna make a bunch of skirmishes and knights to hold him. He probably wants to play knights plus cavalry archers. I had my man-at-arms on the other side just to act like as an outpost. Just macroing using farms is usually the easiest way of doing it. Now I have the farm economy I need. Just making enough skirmishes to hold the line. I'm always gonna keep poking to see what he's up to. Looks like he's just making lots of cav archers. I'm gonna move forward with my skirmishes. Probably start mining a little bit of stone. Start mining stone and gold, get my stone and gold upgrades, and get to Imperial Edge now basically. A little less typical, but if your opponent opens passively, you can punish him by outgreeding him. Make just enough units to hold the line. Like the only thing I'm worried about right now is knights from my opponent. So I'm always just gonna poke to check what he's up to. Looks like he's raiding me over there. I need town watch. In order to see him, that's the only area which is exposed is this one. So market and university. I forgot about the second building to click up. Now we're up to the next stage, and we will switch to covering our weakness of our unit composition. Right now we are very vulnerable to knights from our opponent, so to cover for that weakness, we want a defensive castle first of all in this area. He wants to hit 2 areas at once, but he messed up by leaving his mangonel exposed. I'll get one outpost here. It saves me some trouble. Get ballistics. Then probably just run away. Yeah, he realizes how far behind an economy he is, so GG. Yeah, we still want TC. Me making a castle while booming behind this just sealed the deal in the end. It's kind of a simple game plan. Open mana terms, see what your opponent is doing and adapt. If you go back to my mana term flowchart, this is the scenario where if you can afford to buy enough time with the mana terms, you can just go up to the next stage to castle. Same guy.
Ja.
Gagnismacher.
Bothodd Gagnismacher.
So far, no new subs. I guess not a lot of people are experimenting with it just yet.
Win. Ja. Gagnismacher.
Emu. So
Gagnismacher.
this time we can go up with 19 population, which is 18 villagers.
Ho. Ja. Gagnismacher.
Map also looks pretty decent. Backward lines.
Butter. Húsasmíter. Win. Ho. Gagnismacher. Ja. Gagnismacher.
Just gonna look for last of my cows.
Win. Timber Hochbandi.
Here they are. Lots of extra food on this map.
Win. Timber Hochbandi.
Ja.
Ja.
Bothodd. Bwyn. Red. Bothodd. Ja. Ja.
Ho. Gagnismacher.
Bwyn.
Butter.
Optilagi.
Ho.
Bwyn. Ja. Bothodd. Ho. Veithimacher. Ja.
I think that's basically it. Now we
Bothodd.
have found everything, and
Ja. Gagnismacher.
now house.
Win.
Let's
Húsasmíter.
gather a little bit of the berry so
Veithimacher.
that I can make the barracks.
Butter. Húsasmíter.
Push my deer.
Ja.
Veithimacher.
Ho.
Veithimacher.
Bothodd. Bwyn. Veithimacher. Ja.
Timber Hochbandi.
Bothodd. Ho. Gagnismacher.
Ho. Ja. Timber Hochbandi. Ja. Húsasmíter. Butter. Gagnismacher.
Make the barracks
Win.
when I have the
Ho.
word.
Veithimacher. Win. Butter.
Bwyn.
Ja.
Ja. Veithimacher. Veithimacher.
Butter. Ho. Red. Ja. Vilek.
Bothodd. Veithimacher.
Win. Altilagi. Ja. Veithimacher.
Ja. Veithimacher.
Win. Ja. Húsasmíter.
Try to maybe connect from the house to the town, wood line if I want to wall out.
Ho. Veithimacher. Butter.
Ho. Vilek.
Win. Veithimacher.
Bwyn.
Now we
Veithimacher.
click up.
Bothodd. Veithimacher. Ja. Veithimacher.
Ja. Veithimacher. Butter. Veithimacher.
Veithimacher.
Ho. Veithimacher.
Bwyn.
I'll make the mining camp like this just to make sure
Bothodd.
my villagers don't get stuck on one of the sides.
Butter. Gagnismacher.
Ja. Gagnismacher. Bwyn. Húsasmíter. Bothodd. Namamacher.
Ho. Gagnismacher.
Gagnismacher. Ja. Gagnismacher.
Ja.
Gagnismacher.
Win. Gagnismacher. Ja. Timber Hochbandi.
Bwyn.
Butter.
The big difference is this time that you have food under your town center.
Bothodd.
8 on word.
Win. Butter. Gagnismacher.
And I'm gonna send 2 villagers to
Ho.
go on berries.
Húsasmíter.
Altilagi, Hodord, Villek, Buin.
Like he's walling. He wants to play archers or maybe man-at-arms of his own.
Buin. Ja.
Ja.
So against that, I'll just wall up.
Queen, Húsasmíðar. Ja, Húsasmíðar.
Ja, Altilagi.
Queen, Húsasmíðar.
Húsasmíðar. Namamathur.
Gagnismathur.
Húsasmíðar. Namamathur. Ja.
Villek, Timberhochwande.
Ja, Villek.
Ho. Húsasmíðar.
Altilagi.
Timberhochwande.
Hodord.
Queen.
Ja. Hodord, Villek. Buin.
Looks like there's a hole. I will exploit it.
Ja.
If your opponent makes mistakes,
Hodord.
you can kind of punish it.
Radida. Buin. Ja. Radida. Ja. Til Bardaga. Buin. Radida.
Ho. Húsasmíðar.
Buin. Villek. Ja. Ja.
Ja, Bergmathur.
Altilagi.
Looks like
Buin.
he also went for man-at-arms, so my prediction is correct.
Ja. Buin. Altilagi.
Watter Timberhochwande.
Villek.
Ja, Húsasmíðar.
Altilagi. Ja. Hodord. Villek. Altilagi.
Just idling his economy.
Húsasmíðar.
Húsasmíðar. Buin. Verkmathur.
Altilagi.
Get some repair then.
Timberhochwand. Red.
Buin. Ja. Villek.
Timberhochwand.
Gagnismathur.
Hodord. Altilagi. Villek. Altilagi.
He is going for berries now.
Ja, Bergmathur.
Buin. Ja.
Watter Húsasmíðar.
Húsasmíðar.
Altilagi. Hodord.
And
Buin.
from the looks of it, he even got arson, perhaps.
Ja. Altilagi.
The +1 attack does make a difference.
Ja. Ja. Villek.
The damage is done. I killed a bunch of villages, so I'm gonna retreat and combine with my archers so that I can push him away.
Timberhochwand.
And if he wants to attack my archer, he's gonna end up losing his scout.
Watter Húsasmíðar. Húsasmíðar. Timberhochwande.
Timberhochwandi.
Ja. Villek.
Timberhochwandi.
Altilagi. Buin. Bardaga.
Ja.
Timberhochwande. Húsasmíðar. Timberhochwande. Húsasmíðar. Ho.
Basically the setup. I'm going for
Namamathur. Húsasmíðar. Húsasmíðar.
get these walls up.
Villek. Buin. Ja.
I can hit the berries next.
Villek. Húsasmíðar. Ja. Red. Ho. Húsasmíðar. Ja. Húsasmíðar. Húsasmíðar. Namamathur. Húsasmíðar.
Now we just get for our 14 to 16 farms. I can
Altilagi.
already move out.
Ho. Húsasmíðar. Húsasmíðar. Namamathur.
Watter Namamathur.
Hodord. Buin. Ja.
And attack those berries.
Ja. Húsasmíðar. Namamathur. Ho. Húsasmíðar. Ja. Red. Húsasmíðar.
Ja. Villek.
Timberhochwandi.
He
Altilagi.
probably should be camping those that hill in front of the berry.
Altilagi. Ja.
Ho. Húsasmíðar.
Altilagi.
Looks like he's not.
Radida. Ja.
So I'll kill that
Radida.
villager.
Bardaga. Altilagi. Villek. Altilagi.
Buin. Húsasmíðar.
Villek.
New units can stay in my base because it feels like he went for a counter attack.
Hodord. Ja.
Queen. Húsasmíðar.
Buin. Ja.
Watter
Buin. Hodord. Villek. Ja.
Ho. Queen.
15 more.
Timberhochwande.
With Viking, this can be enough.
Hodord. Ja. Ja. Radida. Til Bardaga. Buin.
Bothodd. Húsas mither. Hó. Vil namamather. Ja. Bwyn. Bothodd namamather.
Tower from him, so I can't hit there.
Ja. Hó.
Bergmatter.
Bord. Radida. Villek.
And I can pick up after it gets a little bit of less food.
Bord. Altilagi. Bord. Villek. Ja. Buin. Ja. Til bardaga. Buin. Radida. Bord. Buin. Altilagi. Bord. Radida. Bord.
GG. Against the Manitoms, you just want to have the small defense with like walls around your base of your wood line and gold mine and everything.
Ja. Húsasmeter. Húsasmeter. Bwyn. Gagnismatter. Gagnismatter.
Chicken map or bunny map.
Ja. Gagnismatter.
So we go for 20 pop. And never be hesitant in adapting. I'm mostly gonna be following my flowchart now. I would be referring it back to that on what my new decisions are going to look like.
Butter.
Just following a strict build order at this stage of the climb will not work as much as it was before. Like from 1500 to 1700, the following just according to the build with the same timings for archers and everything can work, but now we have to kind of start adapting to see what our opponent is doing and make reactions based on that.
Butter. Bwyn. Gagnismatter.
1700 is when you will first have those games where you'll find resistance against your opponents if you do not adapt. In the game number 1, if I played archers into his skirmishers, I would have died immediately. Because moving out with archers against skirmishers is suicide. I can technically force the issue, but I don't really want to showcase a scenario where you're playing against counter units with a gold unit. It most of the time will not work out in your favor, so avoiding those situations in the first place would be my advice.
Ja. Bothodd. Altilagi. Bwyn. Ja.
Hó. Gagnismatter.
Ja. Red.
Bwyn.
Gagnismatter. Hó. Villek. Gagnismatter. Bwyn. Veithimatter.
Ja. Butter. Veithimatter.
Already has a villager on gold,
Ja.
so that's some
Húsasmeter.
suspicious behavior.
Gagnismatter.
Ja.
Veithimatter. Bwyn. Bothodd. Veithimatter. Ja. Timberchoch Vandi.
I'll chop the wood a little bit until I can afford the barracks basically.
Bothodd. Bwyn.
He has 4 on wood and he was mining 10 gold, so it looks like a drush to me,
Ja.
Veithimatter. Ja.
which is completely fine. Drush is actually very weak to Manatam opening.
Hó.
Manatam opening is one of the really nice counters to Drush if you ever face it. Going for Manatam is just slightly better because of the amount of pressure you can put out. He's also making the barracks at this timing. Not sure if it is for a Drush or man-at-arms. I can't tell yet. Some people have different build orders.
Bother.
Altilagi. Timber
Ja.
At least
Attila.
that
Villager.
villager
Ja. Attila.
and
Villager.
run away.
Puin. Timberhochwan. Veitimätär.
Lost the scout to my town center.
Ja. Timberhochwandi.
He was trying to be cheeky to pick off my villager, but when you go for the closest wood line like that, your opponent cannot pick off your villager for free like this. You can always retreat to your town center. Also why I recommend going for the closest wood line. This is a very good demonstration for that exact scenario.
Ja.
Not the prettiest mining camps that I'm making right now, but it gets the job done. I'll put both of them on the left side so that I can get the wall up. This can be also another way of walling up my base. Now we go for the chickens. Put all the villages.
Make 3 houses.
That's a pretty big mistake. All the early game shenanigans made me not make a house. Also, I should be keeping track of where his militia are.
Ja. Húsasmíter.
Just wanna go for 3.
Veitimätär.
Ja. Húsasmíter. Puin.
Húsasmíter. Puin.
Ja. Húsasmíter. Puin. Bother.
Ja. Húsasmíter.
Timberhochwandi.
Vilek. Húsasmíter. Altilagi. Námamätär.
Now I can just counter attack. This is kind of the reason I made the mining camp like this, just to act as a part of the wall.
Veitimätär.
Ja.
Ja. Húsasmíter. Ja.
Timberhochwandi.
Húsasmíter.
Now we go for the Manatom upgrade. Use our food income to set ourselves up for making the archery range.
Veitimätär.
Make 3 houses.
This is something I still struggle with quite a bit. Getting house quite a lot.
Puin. Námamätär.
Ja. Villägga. Outtilagi.
Timberhochwandi. Ja. Timberhochwandi.
Ja. Outtilagi.
Húsasmíter.
New villages can go to wood now. Until I wait on the wood line.
Outtilagi. Outtilagi.
Looks like he's just walled up, which is fine.
Till bardaga.
Attack one of these diagonal palisades so that he has to repair more. Or I can go back over there to attack his mining camp.
Puin.
Some house walls.
Puin. Altilagi. Bergman. Námamätär. Ja. Húsasmíter. Húsasmíter.
Ja. Villägg.
Puin. Timberhochwandi.
I can actually just send the archer immediately forward because oh, this is a villager I can get.
Ja. Radida.
Ja. Bergman. Námamätär. Húsasmíter.
Ja.
Timberhochwandi. Húsasmíter. Bergman. Námamätär.
Outtilagi. Ja. Ja.
You can attack that archer because the scout can actually take it out.
Villägg. Outtilagi. Villägg. Radida.
Looks like he forgot about that villager.
Ja. Radida.
And I can just use my scout to block.
Queen. 600 meter. 600 meter. 600 meter. 600
Yeah,
meter.
some horrible walling.
Butter. 600 meter.
Budurd.
Queen. Werkman. Namamata. 600 meter.
Oh. 600 meter.
Queen.
Queen. 600 meter. 600 meter. Timberhochwand.
I just wanna keep spending my resources.
Queen. Budurd. Til Bardaga.
And he resigns. I mean, the Drush did not do anything, and my man-at-arms with arches with the counter-attack are making it very difficult for him to stabilize. This is kind of why I say man-at-arms is a pretty decent counter for Drush. When you have presence in their base with lots of feudal units, it's much harder for them to defend. Compared to you, you can get a very easy attack going compared to them. Now, hideout. Time to dodge it. See you guys when I have Arabia. Okay, we have Arabia. And we have one of the new serves. So this should be a good showcase of how to kind of deal with the champy rushing. The big thing would be just to make sure you don't move out too far forward. Pick the closest wood line and all of the stuff that I've already been saying. Like it's mostly just damage control against their lame shenanigans. And even if we do get lamed, there are tricks to go up and kinda negate those things. Let's see which version of Champy Rush he can provide in this matchup. Deer, so we ideally want to go up on 19 population, but let's see if we are allowed to do that. Looking at a score, it's a little bit above mine. Makes sense when you are facing against a Mesoamerican serve. With their eagle slash champy, they're gonna have more vision. But I have taken the front sheeps, so I'm guessing his champy is not in my base just yet.
Ja.
Also, a small adaptation I'll already make is instead of having an isolated villager on the left side of the lumber camp, I'll have all my villagers on the same side of the lumber camp. Just to negate the threat of the champy. Is able to find all my sheeps. Now we push deer. So far so good. Did not have to deviate from my plan, and looking at the score, he's also still in his base so far. You see a 100 score jump of your opponent if he was coming towards my base. Also make the house kinda near my town center. Feels like he does not want to really go for the champy rush. Otherwise it would have already arrived, unless he's doing a later version of it, which is also somewhat similar to this. Kinda like a Drush. I'm just waiting for the wood to come in because my villages were on the same side. My wood income is slightly delayed. Also, this is 2 deers rather than 3/4. So we want to go up and 20 population to negate for not having that last deer. The same as the chicken map, basically. You'll have a little bit more wood to work with because you're not making a mill on the chickens.
Ho. Queen. 6 meter. Ja. 6 meter. Nama matter. Ho.
Now we go scout our opponent.
Puin, timber hochwandi.
Queen. Ja. Darkness matter.
Ja, Dragonstaraoe.
Butter.
Puin, nama mother.
Queen. Ho.
And so far, haven't really faced
Darkness matter.
any sort of resistance
Darkness matter.
Mother.
in Dark Age.
Ho.
Hushash mither.
Ja. Nama matter. Butter. Queen. Darkness matter.
Veiti mother.
Start making militia.
Ja, Agnes
Ho.
mother.
Darkness matter.
Put a couple of villages to
Darkness
wood.
matter. Queen. 6
Nama
meter.
mother. Puin. Agnes mother.
Go to the berries.
Butter.
Bother. Ja,
Darkness matter. Ho.
He has pretty nice settlements.
Butter.
Hushash mither. Puin, timber hochwandi.
Queen.
Bother.
6 meter.
Ja. Queen. Ja.
Looks like he is going for champions, but in feudal age.
6 meter.
So we'll do something similar.
Timber hochwand.
Just wall ourselves.
6 meter. Timber hochwand. Queen. Nama matter.
Timber hochwandi.
Ho. Timber hochwand.
Queen. Aurtilagi. Radida.
Queen.
Darkness
Ho. Darkness matter. 6 meter. Darkness matter.
Villek.
Puin, hushash mither.
Aurtilagi.
Ja, hushash mither.
Butter.
Bother. Timber hochwandi.
Ja.
Ho.
Ja. 6 meter.
Queen. Silbardaga.
Puin.
Queen.
Ja,
6 meter.
hushash mither.
Ja. Hugur. Queen. Radida. Villek. Queen. Hugur. Aurtilagi.
Looks like he managed to wall me in.
Butter. Darkness matter.
Silbardaga.
Ho. 6 meter.
Hushash mither. Hushash mither. Timber hochwandi.
I'll kill his settlement.
Hushash
Queen.
mither. Puin.
6 meter.
Now we have the wood income to go for the archery range.
Ja,
Darkness matter.
nama
Ho.
mother.
Nama matter. Butter. Timber hochwand.
Ja, hushash mither.
Ja.
Villek. Queen. Ja.
He has archers, so it's basically almost the same opening
Hushash mither.
between us.
Aurtilagi. Budurd. Villek. Queen. Aurtilagi. Budurd. Ja. Queen. Radida. Ja.
Puin. Bother. Timber hochwandi. Timber hochwandi. Ho.
Budurd.
Puin. Hushash mither.
Budurd.
Ja,
I'll
hushash
make
mither.
another house like this just to restrict his movement.
Ja. Villek. Budurd. Ja.
Ho.
Timber hochwandi.
Now we want fletching,
Ja.
so
Yeah.
sending a couple of villages to gold since I don't see his champy warriors here,
Butter.
Nama
or
mother.
runners.
Puin.
Ja. Queen. 6 meter. Timber hochwand.
Blacksmith up.
Ja. Silbardaga. Villek. Ja. Aurtilagi.
Champy scouts still. He did not upgrade them to Champy runners.
Bodur Dillek. Ja. Ja. Buin. Radida. Bodur Bardaga. Ja. Radida. Radida. Altilagi. Buin. Radida. Buin. Dillek. Ja. Ja. Bodur Altilagi. Ja. Bodur Dillek.
Butter Ushasmitter.
Buin. Radida.
Ho.
Húsasmíter.
Bodurd.
Ja.
Queen
Húsasmíter.
Timber. Nama Matter. Nama Matter.
Queen.
Gagnes Matter. Timber.
Buin. Ja. Ja. Buin.
I will just attack the same area again.
Butter.
It's like he just retreated.
Queen Ushasmitter.
Bothod húsasmíter. Timberhochwandi.
Butter Ushasmitter. Ushasmitter. Timber. Hochwandi. Ho.
And I can always make a tower on my gold if I feel threatened.
Bodurlek.
Ja.
Make 3 houses.
Ja.
Queen
Altilagi.
Ushasmitter.
Timberhochwandi.
Buin. Dillek. Ja. Altilagi. Ja. Altilagi. Radida. Ja. Buin. Bodur. Radida. Altilagi. Ja. Altilagi. Ja.
Dillek.
Bodurlek. Buin.
Can just run away.
Huandi.
Ja. Bodur. Ja. Tilbardaga. Altilagi. Buin. Ja. Bodur.
Ja. Ushasmitter. Butter.
Buin. Ja. Dillek. Bodur. Altilagi. Buin.
Bothod
We're trading damage, but I've done more to him.
húsasmíter.
Ja. Buin. Radida. Bodur. Dillek.
Ja.
Gagnes
Run
Matter.
away.
Húsasmíter. Timberhochwandi.
Timber. Hochwandi.
Buin. Ja. Bodur.
Queen.
Timber.
Make a tower. My god. These villages.
Ja. Timberhochwandi.
Ja. Ushasmitter. Ushasmitter. Nama Matter. Ushasmitter. Ho.
Húsasmíter.
Altilagi. Bodur. Buin. Ja.
Timberhochwandi.
Bodur. Dillek.
Combine my army again.
Namamafer. Queen. Húsasmíter. Húsasmíter.
Queen.
Red. Ja. Húsasmíter. Timberhochwandi.
Queen. Gagnes Matter. Butter.
He's doing decent job at
Timberhochwandi.
keeping my army busy.
Húsasmíter. Queen. Huandi. Ja. Timberhochwandi.
Ja.
Butter. Ushasmitter.
Bodur. Dillek. Altilagi. Buin. Ja. Altilagi.
Queen. Namamafer.
Queen. Ushasmitter.
Húsasmíter. Timberhochwandi.
Dillek. Tilbardaga. Buin. Bodur.
Ho. Ushasmitter.
Ja. Queen. Húsasmíter.
Butter. Gagnes Matter.
Ja.
Ho.
Dillek.
Queen.
Timberhochwandi.
Altilagi.
Let's try to get the cleanup. I can click up after this villager.
Ho.
Namamafer. Ja.
Bodur. Dillek.
Gagnes Matter. Nama Matter.
Tilbardaga. Ja. Altilagi. Radida. Buin. Tilbardaga. Dillek. Altilagi. Bodur. Radida. Ja. Altilagi. Radida. Dillek. Radida. Altilagi. Tilbardaga. Radida. Ja. Dillek. Tilbardaga. Radida. Buin. Altilagi. Bodur.
Now we just
Dillek.
Queen.
set ourselves up for castlage.
Queen.
Timberhochwandi. Ja. Timberhochwandi.
From what I saw,
Tilbardaga.
he was playing some skirmishers, so we'll mix knights.
Ja. Timberhochwandi.
Ja.
Bothod.
I can also go to stone so that I can start macroing my way
Ja.
for
Radida. Buin.
adding town centers.
Ja. Altilagi.
He's up pretty quick.
Buin. Dillek. Ja. Buin. Ja. Altilagi.
I'm not gonna be too far behind.
Bodur. Radida. Ja. Radida. Bodur.
Let's use the mana town to scout.
Buin. Bodur.
Queen. Timberhochwandi.
Now this villager is having fun.
Ushasmitter.
Húsasmíter.
Bodur. Altilagi. Ja. Buin. Autilagi. Ja, vil ek. Ja.
He has Bodkin arrow.
Hvor vil ek?
Checking out his upgrades.
Buin. Ja. Ja, Autilagi. Ja. Buin. Autilagi. Til hverdaga. Ja. Buin. Ja.
I'm
Autilagi.
actually not sure what he's doing. He was able to click up really quickly. He has Bodkin arrow, but I don't really see any power units from him.
Ja. Radida. Hverdaga. Ja, Autilagi.
Now we
Ja.
can just add a TC.
Húsasmíþar.
Queen.
Húsasmíþar.
Buin. Ja.
Sit behind that gold wood line.
Ho. Nama matter.
Bodord. Buin. Autilagi. Vil ek.
Like we are really far ahead at the moment
Ja.
because
Autilagi.
of the amount of
Ja.
resources we were able to make him invest.
Ja. Radida. Vil ek. Buin. Ja. Ja. Vil ek. Bodord. Buin. Autilagi. Ja. Radida. Ja. Buin. Bodord. Buin. Ja. Buin. Autilagi. Vil ek.
Queen.
Queen. Nama matter. Red.
Ja.
Namamaþar.
Buin.
He's playing skirmishes, but
Buin. Ja. Radida.
I have knights. This is kind of the reason you make knights.
Ja. Bodord. Ja.
Yeah, GG. Whenever you see skirmishes from your opponent, you just make some knights and it's pretty easy to defend. And having a tower on my gold allows me to just stabilize the situation very easily. I did a little bit of damage in his base, he did a little bit of damage in my base, but I was able to macro my way normally going up to the next age, continue making archers the entire time. Hideout, so we dodge it. Okay, I'm back. Viking is kinda same as Arabia, so maybe this is allowed. I mean not Viking. A golden pet is same as Arabia. You play it almost the same way. The big thing is to drop a castle in the middle when there is an opportunity to do it. Since a lot of people are not playing Arabia, I'll sneak one golden pet in. The map is played very heavily like Arabia.
Ho.
Bothodd
Húsasmíþar.
húsasmíþar.
Bothodd.
Gagnismíþar.
The resource distribution is also very similar. My opponent is picking Vikings as well, so should be fine. Looks like it's a deer map.
Gagnismíþar. Ja.
Queen. Gagnis matter. Ja. Gagnis matter. Queen. Timber. Ja. Húsasmíþar. Bothodd. Gagnis matter. Ho. Gagnis matter.
Queen.
Gagnis matter.
Gagnismíþar. Queen. Timberchochvandi. Ja.
Veithi matter.
Bothodd gagnismíþar. Ho. Ja. Queen. Bothodd Village. Ja. Veitimätär. Kuin. Ja. Ho. Red.
I mean, this part of
Veitimätär.
Ja.
the build order you guys already know, so not much to commentate on.
Ja. Timber hochwandel.
Kuin. Veitimätär. Ho. Veitimätär. Ja. Veitimätär.
Kuin. Húsasmíþar. Bothod. Húsasmíþar. Ja. Veitimätär. Ho. Timber hochwandel. Veitimätär.
Ho. Veitimätär.
Veitimätär.
Kuin.
Kuin.
Veitimätär.
Timber hochwandel.
Ja. Timberhochwandel.
Bothod. Húsasmíþar.
19 pop-up.
Veitimätär. Ho. Veitimätär. Ja. Kuin. Veitimätär. Ja. Ja.
Kuin.
Ho. Veitimätär. Bothod. Alkilagi. Kuin.
Ja. Húsasmíþar.
Bothod. Veitimätär. Kuin. Veitimätär. Ja. Ville. Ho. Kuin. Veitimätär.
Ja.
Veitimätär. Bothod. Ho. Veitimätär. Kuin. Veitimätär.
Don't really have that much gold on our main gold, but
Village.
it's more than enough for
Timber
what you wanna do.
Kuin. Timber hochwandel. Bothod.
Veitimätär. Veitimätär. Ja.
Timber hochwandel.
Húsasmíþar.
Ja. Namamather.
Ho. Veitimätär. Bothod.
Bothod.
Gagnismätär.
Ho. Kuin.
Veitimätär. Ja. Gagnismätär.
Bothod. Ja.
Kuin.
Húsasmíþar.
Namamätär.
let's start to see what he's
Ho.
up to.
Gagnismätär. Kuin. Veitimätär. Ho. Veitimätär. Bothod. Gagnismätär. Ja. Gagnismätär.
Kuin. Gagnismätär.
Kuin.
Gagnismätär. Ja.
Looks like he's doing something similar. Nothing on berries yet.
Húsasmíþar.
Til bardaga. Kuin. Radida. Ja. Hodor. Radida. Ja. Til bardaga. Ja.
If he fights me, I'll fight him.
Hodor. Kuin. Til bardaga. Radida. Kuin. Radida. Hodor. Ja. Radida.
Ja.
Kuin. Ja.
I don't have to wall because I already know where his army is. Yeah, he wanted to skip the Manatam upgrade, but I got it anyway.
Gagnismätär.
This allows me the freedom of just walling up.
Húsasmíþar. Kuin. Gagnismätär. Húsasmíþar. Húsasmíþar.
Ja.
Make 3 houses.
Oops.
Bothod. Húsasmíþar.
Ja.
Get the wood upgrade as well.
Ja. Ja. Radida. Ja. Ja. Radida. Radida.
Ho. Húsasmíþar. Húsasmíþar.
Timber hochwandel.
Hodor. Buin, ja.
Ja.
Ja, Husha Smither.
Butter. Queen. Pusha Smither.
Ho. Gagnes Timberhoffman.
Altilagi. Radida. Altilagi. Ja. Altilagi.
Butter. Red. Pusha Smither.
Ja, Villek.
Start making
Yeah.
arches and fully wall myself.
Queen. Timberhoffandi. Ho. Pusha Smither.
Ja. Buin, Altilagi.
Ho. Husha Smither.
Ja.
Queen. Timberhoffman.
Udurd.
Queen. Pusha Smither. Pusha Smither.
Buin,
Butter. Ja. Ho. Pusha Smither.
Udurd. Villek. Ja. Til bardaga. Buin, ja. Radida. Buin, Villek.
Ja. Butter.
Timberhoffman.
Queen. Pusha Smither. Vilek. Pusha
Udurd,
Smither.
ja. Udurd.
Just wait for a couple of arches
Oh.
before moving out.
Butter. Altila. Timberhoffandi. Queen. Pusha
Just wanna
Smither.
get myself walled up.
Pusha Smither. Pusha Smither. Pusha Smither. Pusha Smither. Pusha Smither. Nama Matter.
Ja, Husha Smither.
Buin, ja. Udurd.
Move out after this archer.
Ja. Altilagi.
Ho. Timberhoffandi.
Buin,
Ho. Pusha Smither.
ja.
Get to 14 to 16 farms depending on how much food I'm floating.
Nama Matter. Ja. Pusha Smither.
Buin, ja. Til bardaga.
Queen.
Ja. Buin, radida. Ja. Altilagi.
Oh, he made a market.
Buin, Udurd. Ja. Ja. Buin, Villek. Ja. Til bardaga.
Butter. Pusha Smither.
Maybe he's skipping fletching. I can get more damage in.
Udurd, radida. Til bardaga.
Yep, he skipped fletching.
Ja. Altilagi. Radida. Ja. Buin, Altilagi. Bardaga.
Husha Smither.
Ja.
Whenever you see someone
Udurd.
making a market, you can kinda realize what's up.
Villek.
Queen. Pusha Smither.
Udurd.
14
Ja.
farms.
Altilagi. Udurd.
New
Ja.
villages go to gold.
Ja. Radida. Ja. Radida. Villek. Buin. Til bardaga. Radida. Ja. Radida. Buin. Til bardaga. Radida. Ja.
Looks like
Udurd.
just have to
Radida.
trade my army in.
Ho. Pusha Smither. Queen. Pusha Smither.
We're starting to mix a couple of skirmishes, so let's see, using our scout, what he's up to.
Ja. Ja.
Could have clicked up
Nama
before this villager, honestly, but now we are committed.
Butter. Timberhoffandi.
Ja,
Is he gonna continue making archers or is he gonna go skirmishers? So looks like archers so far. So I'll continue making archers as well.
Red. Altilagi.
Ho. Timberhoffandi.
Husha Smither. Ja, Husha Smither.
Queen. Butter. Timberhoffandi. 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 Pusha Smither. Queen. Pusha Smither.
Buin.
Ho. Nama Matter. Pusha Smither.
That get
Nama
me a
Matter.
vulnerability in our walling. This
Husha
also,
Smither.
I'll make a
Hochwand.
TC there on one of my extra golds.
Buin, ja. Radida. Bardaga.
Red.
I have to just leave this area.
Matter.
Ja,
I can get the cleanup on his army.
Bilek.
Get some more HP on that wall.
Queen.
Buin.
Butter.
Bodur Villek.
Ja. Nama matter.
Buin. Autilagi. Bodur. Ja. Ja.
Clean up the army.
Bothodd
Oh.
Timberhochwan.
Buin. Villek. Ja. Ja. Villek. Ja. Autilagi. Til Bardaga. Radida. Bodur. Radida. Autilagi. Ja. Ja. Buin. Radida. Autilagi. Ja. Villek. Til Bardaga. Autilagi. Radida. Ja. Ja. Buin. Villek.
Looks like I lost my scout.
Husasmitter.
Which
Bodur.
is fine.
Ja. Bodur. Autilagi.
Let's see what
Ja,
units
mama,
he's gonna
Timberhochwan.
prepare. If he goes for skirmishers now, we go for siege.
Ja.
If he goes for crossbow, we go for ballistics.
Autilagi.
That's the
Ja.
next few steps.
Autilagi. Bodord. Ja.
He's already walled this area. He's already walled this area. He's also on 2 ranges.
Ja. Bodord.
So let's try to attack a little bit more in the center. I want to attack on the left, but he can actually trap me.
Buin.
So attacking in the center allows me to know what
Ja.
units he's playing and also
Ja.
escape if I need to.
Buin.
Bothodd Timberhochwan.
I
Autilagi.
also want a castle
Ja,
in the middle. So he's going for crossbows.
Buin. Ja. Bodord.
And he's going for the middle.
Autilagi. Radida. Buin. Til Bardaga. Ja.
So we want ballistics.
Radida. Autilagi. Villek.
Butter.
Husasmitter.
Bodord. Autilagi.
Queen.
Timberhochwan.
Buin. Til Bardaga. Radida. Buin. Ja. Autilagi. Radida. Ja. Buin. Autilagi.
Run away. I'll even get the armor just to
Oh.
have
Timberhochwan.
Ja.
the better army quality compared to him.
Autilagi. Ja.
Timberhochwan.
Timberhochwan.
Ja. Timberhochwan.
Ja. Villek. Til Bardaga.
Go for ballistics.
Buin. Autilagi. Bodord. Ja. Buin. Radida.
Make 3 houses.
Queen. Husasmitter.
Bodord. Radida. Buin. Ja. Villek. Autilagi. Ja.
He's going for siege.
Timberhochwan.
So we need our own siege.
Villek. Bodord.
Buin.
Husasmitter.
Villek. Til Bardaga.
Oh.
Autilagi.
Queen. Husasmitter.
Ja. Autilagi.
I can technically kill that.
Autilagi. Radida. Til Bardaga. Radida.
And he's like pushing uphill.
Radida. Autilagi. Til Bardaga.
I have ballistics, so he can't fight me.
Ja. Autilagi. Til Bardaga. Radida. Autilagi. Radida. Ja. Radida. Villek. Ja.
Butter. Queen. Timberhochwan. Oh.
Husasmitter.
Buin. Autilagi. Ja. Ja. Til Bardaga. Ja. Buin.
Butter. Ja. Nama matter.
Autilagi. Ja. Villek. Til Bardaga. Radida.
Micro is pretty easy for this.
Radida. Ja. Til Bardaga. Ja. Radida. Ja. Villek. Autilagi. Ja. Radida. Radida. Til Bardaga. Ja. Ja. Til Bardaga. Buin. Ja. Bodord. Ja. Ja. Bodord. Autilagi.
Queen.
Make 3 houses.
Nama matter.
Ja.
I just want a castle now.
Butter.
Husasmitter.
Queen.
Husasmitter.
Villek.
Husasmitter.
Ja. Autilagi.
Butter.
Husasmitter.
Buin. Ja.
So the thing I was saying is instead of playing for 3 TC,
Oh.
I'll stick with playing for 2 town centers.
Autilagi. Radida. Buin. Ja. Villek. Ja. Bodord. Autilagi. Buin. Villek. Bodord.
Which will allow me to click up to the next stage much faster.
Bardaga. Autilagi. Radida. Ja.
Now you can see why ballistics is so good.
Autilagi. Buin. Ja. Til Bardaga. Buin. Radida. Bardaga. Radida. Ja. Villek. Buin. Radida. Autilagi. Villek.
Ja.
Alt i laget.
GG. A little bit more micro than what I would have liked to do. This is why I said I can basically just kill people when I have crossbows with ballistics like that if they overextend. That was like way too bad for him to do stuff like that where he is trying to push uphill against a bigger crossbow mass. I can just immediately turn around and kill the mangonel. So if somebody tries to push you or like he was overextending something like that, you can turn back around and kill him if you're confident in your micro. This is the gold medal micro for one of the art of the war scenarios. So use that information how you please. 1800 almost. Mongols. Mongols are well, not offensive to play against for most of the players, but it's kind of obvious what they're going to do. They're gonna just go for crazy fast up times and try to kill you
Ja.
with either scouts or step lancers, depending on which version of Mongol player you're playing against. My big recommendation when playing against Mongol player is whenever you see a boar, take it immediately. If you want to be immune to getting lamed, start taking your boars immediately when you find them.
Oh.
Not like the second boar, you still have to respect a little bit of the rotting under the town center, but instead of having villagers not being able to find any of your
Ja.
hunt and stuff which the opponent can lame,
Queen. Basic matter. What matter?
they're going to go for something like this. Slight build change.
Ja.
Basic matter.
Instead of having 6 on foot, we'll have 7 on foot, so that I don't have as much rot by having 6 on hunt
Ja.
only.
Weet die matter.
I'm also gonna finish that buffalo.
Bothos Hushashmither. Weet die matter.
So far I don't really see his scout and his score is not jumping as crazily ahead of mine. I was able to find all my stuff, so now we go scout him.
Ja. Weet die matter.
Queen.
The big change I did in the build
Oh.
is having 7 on... Oh, never mind. He is on the front. He is going for the limbs.
Basic matter.
I'll come back and try
Queen.
to
Timber.
recover my buffaloes
Oh.
and escort them back to the town center. Looks like the scout is gone.
Ja. Village.
Hushashmither. Weet die matter.
Ja. Butter. Basic matter. Basic matter. Queen. Basic matter. Basic matter.
Yeah, if you're getting lamed, like this time, the big thing is he was just not able to find anything. Since my scouting allowed me to find all my buffaloes.
Ja. Timberhochwandi. Bothos.
Basic matter.
So it's chicken map. 2 on wood.
Weet die matter.
Chicken map also hurts Mongols a little bit, even though they have chickens which they can hunt faster. Deer is just a better option because it's safe under your town center. 4 on wood instead of your traditional 3 because I went for the boar a little bit early so that I can afford the barracks on the correct timing.
Ja. Hushashmither. Queen. Ja. Garnismither.
Queen.
Same thing as always, just keep making circles around their base to see what build order they are going for.
Ja. Agnes matter. Agnes matter.
Bothos. Hushashmither.
Looks like he's taking chickens. I see some dead chickens over there. Milled them.
Ho. Gagnesmacher. Ja. Gagnesmacher.
Lothar. Húsasmíþar. Ja. Attilagi.
I'll fight with the scout a little bit to trade a little bit of the HP. Yeah. You can kind of do stuff like that when, yep, he wanted to just get out of the game once he was not able to get the layman. He was not able to find any of my sheeps and my rhino or boar. So he just resigns. Some of the players kind of play like that, where if you can stop their laming attempts, they will just give up immediately. And this is the 1800. A little bit more adaptation is required to get to that next level. I think I'll stop the video here. It's a little bit harder to find games at this time of the day. I will do the 1800 to 1900 in the next part, and from 1900 to 2K, which will be more or less exactly what I'm doing in the flowchart. I did a lot of different games to showcase what each of these scenarios will look like, but this was a little bit anticlimactic, but it just goes to show the demonstration of playing against someone who's laming. You can make lots of adaptations in your Dark Age early on, so you get your boar early and deny them from actually laming you. Hopefully this guide helps, and I'll see you guys in the next one.